I want to talk to y'all. Y'all still awake? I know it's kind of late somewhere, or somewhere. I know it's kind of late where y'all live. Well, some of you where you live. I know it's kind of late. It's still before midnight here, I believe. Hey, MJ, how y'all doing? How you doing? So I thought I would talk to y'all because I'm like, I got here. You know how you have like moments where you have epiphanies, like you have like little flashes of thoughts. Um, no, you're fine, Abby. I ain't. I'm not. I don't know what you said, but I was like, I'm so disrespectful because, like, I look back at some of my reads and I go, I have some of the most disrespectful language, like the bitches and the whores, and I understand, like, and I try to justify it by, because that is the way I talk. Like, that's not a lie. Like, I really do talk like that. But I'm like, how disrespectful is that? When I look back, or when I just got to thinking, I'm like, it's probably why people don't want to watch me no more is because my language. They probably feel disrespected and like, well, I ain't returning to him. I'm gonna go back to his page. You know, um, and I'm like, maybe they just think it's disrespect when really it's just to me it's very comedic. You know, it also doesn't help that I have a lot of women watchers, so they automatically own that feminist. I can't even say. I, you know, like I don't mean to be disrespectful or sound disrespectful when I say some of you bitches are you whores and like this is how I talk. It's not like a for me, but I can see why some people are offended. You know, um, oh Wayne World, go to bed. Tomorrow, some this had better be important, Tyler. It's late as hell. Why'd you click on it? You should have stayed in bed. But I was like, I don't want people to think I'm being disrespectful. It's not coming from a nasty, disrespectful place. It's really not. I always look back, really a lot of my friendships, not, I didn't call all my friends bitches and whores, but like I was given the example of, my friend Gabby from years ago, like back in high school, Etowah High School in Woodstock, Georgia. Actually, we went to two schools together. We went to E.T. Booth Middle, and then we went to Etowah together, high school. And this is how we greeted one another. And I greeted a lot of my friends, male and female, as whores and bitches. That's just how that's just how it is. And so, like, I kind of brought that same verbiage or that same talking style to my tarot channel, but I have to sit and sometimes and think, well, not everybody's going to see it as that as a word of endearment. They're going to see it as you demeaning women, or that's all that mostly watches me as women. But I can't even say that anymore because all that recognizes me now are men. Like the other day at the store, James, the guy James. Uh, so I get recognized by men now. Mostly, not mostly, but mostly women. But I noticed that the men are starting to watch. But it's like I know a lot of women watch, and they probably see it as like a nasty, ill-intended phrase, and that's not where it comes from. And I got to thinking, I'm like, I owe them an apology if anybody else felt disrespected. You know, Christina, you're funny. You're funny. Can you believe that I'm still on my fast? I've been doing this for literally over 2 weeks, almost going on 3 weeks. Not much results, but 5 pounds lost. That's still good. You know, I just went up and checked the scale. I'm down. Actually, if I'm gonna be technical, I'm down 6 pounds. I ain't gonna tell you exactly what I weigh, but I'm down 6 pounds. But that could just be like I don't know, water weight. But I've been staying. I haven't went back up to my weight I was at. I've stayed down. Even when I eat now, when I eat during my hours where I can eat, my weight don't go back up to that where it used to be. It stays low. I'm like, oh, I'm losing weight. So yeah, it ain't much. Almost 3 weeks of fasting, only 6 pounds, but that's still good. So 6 pounds is 6 pounds. And so, hey, how y'all doing? How you doing? How y'all doing? I'm watching this movie or this thing called Swarm on Amazon Prime. It's pretty good. Oh, I feel great. I've been feeling really energetic. Like I stay up all day. I don't have food. I notice that when I eat food, never. Electra, to answer your question, never, never. May God strike me dead if I ever thought about doing something so stupid as that. Never, ever. But damn, what was I talking about? I don't know. I've just been feeling really down about everything. I just feel like it's all over, y'all. Like, hear me out when I say this. I know y'all probably thinking, no, he just wants to be coddled. No, I don't. I really feel like Tyler Terrell is over. I feel like it. I feel it in my bones. Like, I feel it coming to its close, its end. And it's like I feel like I'm pulling at everything to keep it afloat, and I feel like it's over. Like, I do. I ain't gonna lie. I feel like it's over. I feel like it's just like, am I still getting views? Yeah. My all sign views look great. It's just the individual signs don't look that great, but the all signs look amazing, like the view wise. And I'm like, this. I feel like this crazy train may be coming to a halt. And I'm just like, I don't know. I don't know if it's fear or paranoia or a fear of going back to the trailer park or a fear of I don't know. I don't know where it comes from. So maybe it's time to hang it up. But I ain't got nothing else to do. I'm gonna be lost. And no, I'm not drunk, but I'm talking like a drunk would. So I don't know. I'm telling you, it's just I don't know. Yeah, I'm on my OnlyFans is doing great. I mean, the money on there is awesome. I'm like, damn, why did I wait so long? It ain't all about money. It's not. It's not all about money. I'm like, damn, I could have like hell doubled my income if I had just switched over sooner. You know, if I had just switched over sooner. What if this is like all over? You know, but there's been times before where when I thought it was over and it actually still continued. I'm like, I was worried for nothing back in the day. I'm like, I thought this would be. I didn't think it last this long. You have to keep in mind. I didn't really think that my channel would last this long. I really didn't. I had no high hopes for it. I'm like, well, let me enjoy the wave while it's at the. So you think so, MJ? Or are you just telling me that to make me feel better? Are you just trying to comfort me? You know, you're probably thinking, what is it? What is it that you're not telling us? No, I'm telling you, I'm just nervous about my future. I'm nervous about it. Am I making the same amount of money? Yeah, actually, I make more now that I'm on OnlyFans. I'm like, damn, why did I just? I'm like, God, I could have like relieved a lot of my worries by having a second I don't know why I waited so long to have a second platform. Um, it's so funny you say that, Corinne, because I think I'm Corinne or Corinne. Uh, I'll never forget H&G Spirit Messages, aka Helen from H&. She's okay. So I asked her one time. I said, this is like four, three, four. This is probably about 4 years ago. Keep that in mind. Way back. I said, what if this ends? She said, it will only end if you let it end. It would only end when you end it. And I said, what do you mean? Like I said, you serious? She said, yeah. I said, do you honestly think my future's all right? And she goes, put it this way. She said, you'll never have to work a 9 to 5 ever again if you don't want to. And I said, really? And keep in mind, this is like 4 years ago. And she says, you're going to be making, at that time, I didn't make no money. And I remember she told me, she says, you're going to be making so much money. I see you rubbing shoulders with celebrities. That happened like she predicted. Um, in fact, I think Helen was the first one no, it was Judy. Judy and Helen, both like around that same time. A lot of their stuff has come true for my life. Like, I'll never forget. I think it was Judy that told me that. Actually, Judy had said, she said, "I see you rubbing shoulders with celebrities." And keep in mind, I'm living in Georgia at the time. I ain't making that much money as I make now, right? And so when she said that, I'm like, no way. And Judy's dead now, but it's like I did rub shoulders with celebrity. Like I've talked to celebrities, so their predictions have come true. And I'm just like, let's just hope that this Helen prediction stays true, which I believe it probably could. I don't know. I'm just in my head right now. I can't even sit through the show and watch the show I was watching because I'm just so worried about my future. You know, I'm so worried about my future. And I don't give a fuck about celebrities. I was making a point that it's funny that Judy told me that, and I have rubbed shoulders with celebrities. That's the funny part. And I'm like, and I look back now, I'm like, damn, I wish I wouldn't have doubted Judy in the moment. She said, "You're gonna own a house." Like she told me this years ago. Years ago. I'll commit suicide before I go back to the trailer park. I'm not suicidal, but I will look before I go back to the trailer park. I'll figure out some way whether I'll go take a pill or I'll figure out go buy a gun, something. I will not go back, not alive. I won't. I will not go back. And I think one thing that triggers me, I'll be doing my channel will be doing great, right? It'll be doing great, and I'll still be like I'll sit there and go, well, this can't last. What am I going to do? And I think one thing that I think I think I know where this insecurity stems from is because I know what it's like to be at your lowest. And I'm like, and I think the reason why I've come so far is because I'm so driven to not go back to that area, to that space, to that headspace, to that financial space. I'm so dedicated to not go back to it. And it's like whenever a video doesn't do as good as I'd like it does, it's like everything. I get all these triggers like, oh, time for the trailer park. Like if a video gets 1,000 less than what I'm used to getting, oh, back to the trailer park. You know, um, and that just scares the shit out of me. And then I see these people that, like, I see like documentaries and stuff of people downsizing and stuff, or they used to be this fortune, this, and had like a fortune, they lost it. And I look at that and I go, that could easily be me. And I got to figure out how to not be that or get to that. So I'm saying, I don't know why. Like, I can't even sit and enjoy the fruits of my labor. I can't because I'm always thinking I can't like live in the moment. Like as I'm sitting here enjoying my movie theater, trying to watch everything in 4K HD, I can't even enjoy the 4K HD because I'm worried. Well, I may not have this theater if I'm going to go poor again. I won't have this. Let me not get used to the 4K because I may not have it because I'm gonna go poor again. And it's like it's like a constant. I can't even enjoy. You know, you may see y'all may watch me and go, damn, that's a freaking wonderful life he's got, but I can't just sit and enjoy it. Like if I went and got my jacuzzi right now, I'd be thinking, well, I won't have this jacuzzi in about a year or so, so let me enjoy it while I can. But I can't enjoy it because I know I won't have it permanently. It's rented. Even though this is my place, I bought it. It feels everything that I buy feels rented to me, even though I'm not a renter anymore. This is my house. I'm like, well, it's basically rented. I won't have it for long because I'm not going to be able to. I tell you, it's a constant nag, and I can't explain it unless you've been in this situation before. So, I mean, I bust my ass trying to um, do this YouTube thing, and then also doing OnlyFans now, and I'm very consistent with OnlyFans. OnlyFans gets updated 3 times a week, 3 videos a week. You know. Oh, thank you, Sarah Barbie, for saying that. Thank you for saying that. I appreciate that. And I'm tired of feeling like that. I'm so tired of it. And you want Tyler Talks? I'll give you Tyler Talks. I mean, I could be fake and just get on here and go and talk about stuff I don't give a fuck about. At least I'm telling you what's on my brain. You know, is my money fine? Yes. Is my channel fine? Yes. But it's like I just get so triggered when, like, I'm like, damn, I don't want to do individual signs no more because they trigger me because they just don't get the views that I wish they would get. Like, my all sign views look phenomenal. But when it comes to those individual, they just trigger the shit out of me. I'm like, I'll look at it and I'll constantly keep updating. I go, that's the sucky views for, um, and so, and like somebody had left a nasty comment on my video like a few hours ago, right? So I checked my comments and they said, A lot of your people are going to move on from watching you. They don't want to watch you demean them, degrade them, and all this stuff, right? And I go, well, I don't degrade nobody, but when you come from me, I'm gonna come back 2 times as hard. Do you know what I'm saying? You know, and there's nothing wrong with living in a trailer park. It's just that I just Mary, when I'm responding to Mary right now, it's not that I'm like degrading trailer parks. It's just that I know where I don't want to go back to. I've been low income. I've been trailer park, and I'm not saying that's what you are. I'm just giving you my life experience. I've been there, and I don't want to go back. I will kill myself before I go back to any type of like shitty living situation. I'll just be dead. I don't become accustomed to luxury. I can't go back. I can't go back, and it just scares me that like I feel like I can't even enjoy my luxuries that I have because I'm like I know it's like to y'all it seems like a first world problem, but I don't know. Maybe I'm complaining to the wrong. I don't know. And I ain't got other things to really look. You know, I don't know. I don't know what to do, y'all. About my mindset, about my insecurities. I'm so tired of feeling insecure. You know, right? I've been there, Michelle. I know all about that. I know all about that. Well, thank you for hanging in there, lady sinistress. I remember you. I remember you. I don't have a road trip, but I do have a family trip coming up where they're coming to Vegas. They're coming to me. So that's true, Yana G. I need to use my own advice on a false evidence appearing real. And I think another thing that triggers me is seeing YouTubers that were at their prime one time, and now you look back at their channels, they ain't even, it's crickets. I'm like, God, that's like a nightmare. That's a nightmare. I can't even imagine like waking up one day and my channel got no views. Oh, I'd be devastated. Like, uh, you know. So I'm grateful for what I have. I got to be grateful for what I have. I got to stop this fear of like losing everything. I got to stop it because it's like it eats me alive. And everything's fine. Here's what kills me. Everything's fine. My pocket's fine. My channel's fine. It's just that I can't get rid of that damn fear of going back to the trailer park. I cannot get. I could win 6 billion in the lottery and still will be sitting there going, but what if this 6 billion don't last? What if? But this ain't really my 6 billion because I'll spend it and then I'll be back in the trailer park in a year. Like I could win a lifetime supply of money where I have unlimited money, and I'd go, well, what if the people that gave me the unlimited money go out of business and they don't end up giving me all of my money and they just go out of? I would think of something that was gonna make me think I'm gonna go back to the trailer park. Jesus himself could come down and say, look, I'm gonna bless you with eternal materials, eternal money. And I go, well, what if Jesus changes his mind and he decides that I'm not worthy of that or that I'm not holy enough? Like I would literally find a reason to worry about it. So, right? Good point, Genesis. I hate this. I fucking hate this feeling. And I don't have friends to go, bounce things off of. I don't like I see people on my Facebook, like friends and stuff, and they got stuff to kind of keep them preoccupied. I don't. Like I don't have no relationship, which I don't want one. I'm just making a point that they got people to bounce stuff off of. I don't have that, which I'm okay with not having a relationship. I'm just making a point that at least these people have things to bounce stuff off of, like or to preoccupy them or get their mind off of material matters. All I sleep, eat, and shit material things, money. So well, I've had somebody say before in comments and stuff like, find a hobby, do something. My hobby is Tyler's Tarot. That's all I care about. In horror movies, I love horror movies, but it's like my hobby is making money now. Like that's all I really care about. And it's sad. I didn't want to turn into a materialistic person, but It's like, you know what? I got a taste of success and I want more, you know? So, and I want to keep it that way, you know? That's why my biggest goal is paying off my house. But then I go, but I still got to pay taxes on the house every year. Oh, so I can't just get old and wither. I'm gonna have to work to the day I die. I'm like, how am I gonna, like, if I pay the house off? Okay, great. I don't have a mortgage no more. Then I got to worry about paying the taxes every year. I'm like, whoa, God, it's a never-ending cycle of worries. Do you know I sit and worry about how am I gonna live in my 70s and 80s? I'm like, what if I pay the house off? What am I gonna do in my 70s and 80s? And I have to pay yearly taxes. I'm worried about that stuff already, and I ain't even. I'm nowhere near 80 yet. I'm 34. I can't help it, you know. Right? Talise, good point. Well, I love y'all too. I really do. It's a sad world we live in where you don't ever own your house. Think you own it and see who owns it when you don't pay the taxes. You know, that's just crazy. You don't think people are getting tired of me, the Ouroboros? Or it's okay, I probably said that all wrong. Ouroboros? Ouroboros? I'm not sure what planet I have in Virgo. I have no idea. I hate feeling crazy like this. A lot of times I don't hear me talk about my problems a lot. Like I kind of try to cover up my problems. I don't really have problems. My stuff is all mental. There's no physical thing going on right now where I'm losing things. I'm not even close to losing anything. It's all mental for me. It's all like a state of mind I can't get myself out of, you know. Well, congrats on that, Jordan. You're gonna do it. You're gonna make it. You're gonna make it. My fast, I'm still on my fast. Actually, I've been sticking to the fast. Not one day have I cheated. No, I had one cheat day. That was my birthday. Other than that, I've like been consistent. Almost 3 weeks, going on 3 weeks. I've been fasting. You know, and I've lost 6 pounds, which doesn't show, but it's like 6 pounds is 6 pounds. I just can't wait till it gets to a point where everybody's commenting and going, Tyler, I see it. Oh my God, I see you. Oh my God. Your titties are like an A cup. They were a B cup last week. And your belly, it was a pot belly last week. Now it's just a beer belly. And you went from a D cup, you was a D cup 2 weeks ago. Now look at you, you're an A cup. Give it another week or so, you won't have to have a bra anymore. I'm just I don't have bras. I'm just making a point. So I'm being silly. I can't wait till I start getting stuff like that said to me. So yeah, I throw myself into my work. Absolutely. Ah, so, and then I got upset earlier because I was on Instagram, which I need to stay off Instagram. I don't have an account, but I have like a account where I get on there. Like it's not like a Tyler's Tarot account. And I was seeing people with porcelain veneers, and I go, I need to get me. Like I'm like, if I want to feel rich, I need to look it. It's time to get better clothes when you lose weight because I can't fit anything. You know, fit my old clothes. I had a ton of clothes. I still have a ton of clothes. I can't fit them. I'm gonna get to a point where hopefully that I lose weight and I can fit back into my clothes I used to wear. And I still have brand new clothes I haven't even worn. So, right, Yana, that's right. I have not taken before pictures. I don't ever want to see them. I'm so embarrassed. But I gotta stop this frame of mind. I gotta stop it. I've got to stop it. You know those celebrities that commit suicide and stuff, right? And I'm not saying I'm a celebrity. I'm just making a point. People that have made a name for themselves and they just off themselves or they get bad into drugs. Sometimes I think it may be. I often go, okay, if I feel like this at my small little level I'm at, I bet I often think, not often think, this is kind of like popped in my head. them ones that that's off themselves, or they kind of went all crazy. I wonder if they went crazy from trying to keep up that success and they just off themselves so they couldn't deal with the stress. Like they always say, well, maybe it was a marital problem, or they were having issues with this or that, or. But I often go, what if they were going crazy? If I only have this small amount of success, and I'm going crazy about it, imagine people that are like household names and stuff, and like they just went from point A to point B, like they just went off the deep end, bad drugs, suicide. I'm like, I wonder if they like got caught up by the pressures of keeping up success. Like, what I'm saying? Because I'm telling you, it's horrible. So, you know, I don't give a shit. Well, actually, I do give a shit. I can't believe I got on here acting like this, but I act crazy all the time. So I always, I always find it funny when people say this guy's on drugs. I remember I used to see these comments that said, uh, Tyler is doing meth. And I'm like, damn, I wish I could be skinny like a meth head. Like, I wish. And I like when they say drug, I'm like, I wish I did drugs. I do. You know why? Because I could get out of my fucking crazy state of mind for a few hours a day. That would be epic. If I could just go smoke a crack rock and get out of that mind and have a little bit of a high that takes my mind off of my problems, hell yeah. So I always find it funny when they say that. I'm like, okay, I don't even get offended when people think I'm on drugs, because I'm like, well, I don't see how they think that, because drug addicts don't sit around and stress like me. They're worried about their next high, not worried about if a video gets views. A crackhead, okay, a crackhead YouTuber ain't gonna give a fuck about. Like, my thing is, they won't even be on there for long. They're gonna be worried about their next high, not a damn video's performance. Fuck that. I've known many crackheads, meth heads, all that. They don't give a fuck about no damn YouTube. So, so when I see that, like when I've seen that before, especially when I was skinnier, they used to say that. Like, I think Tyler does drugs. I'm like, hell, I wish I did. I can get my mind off of my problems for maybe a few hours during a high. I wish. So, I wish. That's why I find that so funny. I only get offended when people say, Tyler, I think you're on drugs or something. Like, lay off the drugs. I've had people say this before, and I delete these comments. Y'all just don't see them. I've had lay off the drugs, or um, you're doing something. I know a drug addict when I see it. Um, all this crazy stuff. I've seen some crazy comments that y'all don't get to see. I delete them. Like, I manage my comments very well. And I always think with those comments, like, I wish that I did drugs. That way I can get out of my damn misery for fucking 3 hours, 4 hours. So I've been drug free for a while, other than prescription stuff like Zoloft, all that. Like, I never really did drugs. My stuff was prescribed. Adderall was my only addiction. That's the only addiction I ever had to a drug, ever. And I quit that cold turkey. My last Adderall was when I lived in Georgia. That was 2017, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. So 6 years I've been Adderall free. I quit it cold turkey because it got to a point where I couldn't live without Adderall. I would take Adderall when I woke up. I would take it during lunch. I would take it at night. I'd be up all, it's basically legal meth. And that's why I was so skinny when I first started Tyler's Tarot, because I was like, Adderall was my go to. I loved it. And I would sit there, I would pop them bitches like Skittles. And I remember, I'll never forget, Helen told me one time, she said, Tyler, I need to tell you something. But she says, you're going to end up dead if you keep taking those things. And I didn't even tell her I was taking any meds. I mean, probably could tell, but she said, Tyler, I know you haven't told me you take anything, but she says, whatever you're taking, I've been told that you'll die from those. And I didn't tell her how much I abused them. I wasn't talking about my Adderall abuse. I was taking like 4 or 5 Adderalls a day, 30 milligrams a piece. Not collectively 30 milligrams a day. I mean a piece. 150 milligrams of Adderall a day I was taking. Dead serious. The little orange 30 milligrams. And I got so addicted to it, I'm like, oh, I gotta have that high. And there's times I still miss that high, but I'm like, you know what? I won't go back to it. I won't, because I feel like I was gonna kill myself, them things. So, oh, really, Lavinia? Yeah, Are there any psychics in here? What do y'all think, Mike? Do you think I could be able to keep this damn Tyler Terrell thing up, or is it time to just hang it up flat screen? Because I don't know. Any intuitives in here? They can just give me an intuitive message. I don't care if it's good or bad. Just give me my ultimate. Tell me my damage. Am I going to be a crack whore on the street with not a pot to piss in or I want to throw it out of, or will I continue to be luxurious? Because that's what I want, luxury in my future. Okay, thank you, Corinne. I'll take that. Thank you. Tyler, I'm just catching up. How would you lose your following if being that way is how you rose to your popularity? Well, true. I mean, I think honestly, I know I apologize for the bitches and the whores. You know what I'm saying? But my thing is, what I let get to me is this: heartbreak will make it go away. What do you mean? So if I get in a heartbreak, it'll go away. Okay. Well, what was the point I was trying to make? Shit, I lost my train of thought. Oh, what it is, I get too caught up in these cancel culture YouTubers, ones that lose their fortune overnight, or not really overnight, but the ones that lose their followings. I get too caught up. I'm like, what if I always go, what if that's me? How am I going? I don't know. I always think the worst case scenario. Yeah, I've lost 6 pounds. I went and weighed myself right before I went live on here. I've lost 6 pounds. I'm almost in a whole nother decade. I'm almost in a whole nother tens. So I'm literally like 2 pounds away from being in the next tens, down below the tens I'm at right now. Literally. And I'm like, oh, I'm like so close. I'm like so close. And I ain't been that. Literally, you have to keep in mind, it's been over a year and a half since I've seen what I see on the scale now. It's been a year and a half since I've seen that on the scale. And I'm so proud of myself that I stuck with it. I haven't cheated. I literally, from 12 p.m. to 5 a.m. the next day, I don't eat nothing. So from 12 p.m. to 5 a.m. the next day, I don't eat anything. That's a 17-hour fast. So I was doing 16 at first. Now I'm at 17-hour fast, right? So when the fast is over, I eat from 5 a.m. to, I don't eat all throughout that time, but my eating hours are from 5 a.m. to 12 p.m. No, what is it? Yeah, 5 a.m. to 12 p.m. And then so for 5 a.m. to 12 p.m., I can have whatever I want or eat, whatever. And then 12 p.m. hits, I go right back on the fast. So I don't eat from 12 p.m. to 5 a.m. The food is off limits. I can have water, Coke Zero, and that's it. And then once 5 a.m. hits, I can have me a light breakfast. Then I'll have me a light lunch, and then I go straight back into the fast at 12 p.m. So I do that every day. And doing that for almost 3 weeks, 2.5, 3 weeks, I've lost 6 pounds. And it's not as hard as people think it may be. Because if I can do it, anybody can do it. Because I love to eat, clearly. And I've stuck to it. And I've been consistent. I haven't cheated. The only day I cheated was on my birthday. I was like, let me have me at least a birthday dinner. And I had pizza. I had Little Caesars pizza. So, and when I checked the scale, literally right before this live, I'm 6 pounds lighter. So for the ones that said it was water weight, no, the fuck it's not, because it stayed off. When I eat, it goes up maybe a 1 or 2 pounds, and then later that day, it goes right back down to that number, the low number. That's not water weight. So yeah, I've been going for 2.5, almost 3 weeks. So software updates available. Tesla. How many fucking software updates are going to do? What the hell are they updating now? No, I've stayed consistent, Irma. You see that. I'm still doing YouTube and OnlyFans. People didn't believe it. I think, you know what? I've gotten less hate comments on the OnlyFans post. Now that my subscribers see, well, he is consistent. So he's not leaving us behind. Because at first, I think fear was getting them. So I think fear was getting them. And then they see that I'm consistent. They don't really bitch as much anymore. Like, they don't sit and send me hate comments on the OnlyFans post like they were at first. At first, they was going off. They was going the fuck off. They act like I'd smacked their mama. They act like I personally attacked their mother or something. Now they just kind of look at it as another post and they keep on scrolling. So the longest fast. You know what the longest fast I've done? I believe it was 21 hours. I went a whole 21 hours without food. And once you start getting used to it, it starts becoming an addiction. Like, how long can I go? Now I just do 17 hours on average, but the highest I ever went was 21 hours fast. You're a trailblazer for the terror community. Your proof is only right. Well, thank you, Mark Brenz for saying that. I'm telling you, the beauty about fasting is I don't care what they say because my thing is the beauty about fasting is you don't really restrict what you eat. It's when you eat. Now, does that saying go and gorge on 4, 5, 6,000 worth of calories within that eating window? No, but you don't have to sit and go. I'll have some protein salad, and I'll have fat-free dressing, and I'll have a slice of salmon with some asparagus and squash. No, you can have decent like food you like because you only have a certain amount of window eating hours, right? So you can, like I said, don't go over crazy with it, but you can eat somewhat things you like, and then once the fasting hours start up, you have to cut it all off. And so, and I'm sticking to it. I don't give a damn if y'all think I'm being delusional or not. I have people. I saw one comment that said, "You ain't lost shit," something like that, right? Yeah, the fuck out. The scale disagrees with you. All right, you're talking to somebody that checks the scale every day, every single day. Um, when I was eating my normal way, I couldn't lose nothing. The scale was not budging. It wasn't going necessarily up, but it wasn't going down. Ever since fasting, the scale has went not, the number has gone nothing but down, and that's progress to me. I've seen like long ago. I ain't seen that weight on the scale in over a year and a half. So really, you know what? Fasting is all in the mindset. Once you get past the first like few days, or I wouldn't say, yeah, about a few days to a week. Within a few days to a week, you got it. If you can make it past the third, fourth day, if you pretty much got it. It takes 2 weeks on average for you to get used to a habit or to a schedule. Hell, within the fourth, fifth day, I was already on. I'm like, okay, I can do this. I can do this. Alexa, turn on theater fan. It just turned off.
Okay.
Alexa, turn on theater fan.
Okay.
You think so, MJ? You notice it? So, yeah. Looks like in about a month or 2 months, I'll be able to go back to theme parks and not feel self conscious that I'm going to be turned away from the ride for being too big, you know? And you know what? Here's the funny part. When I ride, on the rare occasion that I do have hunger pains during the fast, I see that as a motivation. Like, yeah, stomach, you're growling for food, but guess what? I'm also wanting to fit my old clothes again. So keep on being hungry, stomach, and keep on saying you want food because you ain't gonna get it until the eating hours. So, um, so yeah, that's. But yeah, I wanted to. Michelle, did you ask me if is this somebody else? Michelle says, "Would you ever be open to a personal trainer, or are you a workout alone type of gal?" Well, thank you for calling me a woman. I'm just playing. I think you're talking to somebody else because I'm like, okay, did you just call me a gal? Ah. So I don't know if I'm a workout alone type of gal or a workout in the public type of guy. I don't know. No, I'm a workout alone type of guy. So I don't know if I think he's talking to somebody else. Ah, you know what's really ugly, and I know you're gonna say, no, it's not this. That is the ugliest fucking thing. Ugly. That is so unattractive. I can kick a fucking field goal through there. Ugly, nasty, disgusting. And I'm like, okay, why? It's like I should have tackled that a long time ago. But I don't want to shave my any more teeth down. I don't want to shave nothing else down. But it's like that's just. I could do braces. I could do like the little Invisalign thing. But I'm like, I'm so tired of going to the dentist. I've been doing a lot of dentist work. I'm so tired of it. I'm tired of it. I wish I was one of the lucky ones that was trying to gain weight. It kills me when I see people say, I'm trying to gain it. How would you want? Like, I see weight gain as a nightmare. And to see people that embrace weight gain, it just bother. I'm like, how? How? One of these days, y'all gonna get up on here. I'm gonna be botched up. Because my insecurities get the worst of me. One day I'm gonna get on. Y'all gonna get on here and y'all gonna see me. I'm gonna look like a damn cat or something, or like a reptile. You ever notice how when people get surgery and stuff, they start looking like an animal? I'm gonna go on here one day. I'm gonna look like the cat man or something. Um, but I have thought about getting rid of that gap. Uh, I don't know. I just don't like it. I'm so tired of looking at it. I'm tired of like I only like smiling in pictures. But see, back in the day, before I got my implants put in, I wouldn't smile for nothing. I wouldn't smile for shit. Now that they're in, I'll smile open. You know, try to gain weight to fight heavyweight. You want to gain weight to fight heavyweight. I guess, I was worried about my thyroid for a while, but I'm like, well, if I'm losing weight on the fasting, is the thyroid really that bad? Well, thank you, Talise, but I just don't know. I just want stuff. I'm just tired of looking like me. I don't know. I know, like, people always tell me, oh, you don't look that bad, but to me, I feel like you ever just feel like your worst enemy is you? I give myself more critiques than anybody could ever give me. Not critiques, sorry, criticism than anybody ever could give me. I'm my worst enemy. I don't think I'd miss it because I would. First of all, I think that's don't you think? No, okay, you as a person that watches me, do you ever just like look at my gap and go, "What is that doing there?" Do you ever look at that, or do you even like? Do you honestly notice that? Like, do you look at it and go, like, when you look at me, do you go, "What the fuck is that doing there?" or do you just stare at it? I don't know. I don't know. Oh, 5 hours. Okay, I'm 4 hours and 55 more minutes of fasting. Y'all are lucky that these skinny people up in here watching me. No, never as part of it. Yeah, my dentist actually said the other day. He said that he had did a crown no, like a bridge for somebody, and they didn't like the gap. Oh, sorry, no. The woman had a gap, but she got the gap covered up with a bridge or something like that, right, or something. And she wanted to go back to having the gap. She didn't like having the teeth with no gap. I'm like, okay, you paid to get rid of it. Then literally, she wanted to reverse the process. So I think, okay, I don't think I'd ever reverse it. I would just keep the shit. You know what I'm saying? How did you know you had thyroid problems, Leo in the blues? How'd you know? I'm not having any thyroid symptoms that I know of, that is. Well, how do you know? Other than weight problems, how else would you know a thyroid is? Well, I'm going to tell you what my weight gain was from Zoloft. Zoloft. Zoloft was the culprit behind my weight gain. Remember when I was losing weight before the Zoloft? Y'all remember when I was getting to like a lower weight? Zoloft did that. Yes, I got a blood panel test. Nothing was wrong. My blood test came back perfect. And I remember I went in for the results and she said, "You're absolutely healthy." She said, "There's just a little bit of a high cholesterol." And then that was pretty much it. But she said, "Other than that, I just want you to take some vitamins and you're good." So there was no thyroid problem. There was no anything. What my weight gain came from was Zoloft. Because before the Zoloft, I was losing tons of weight. I mean, I was really on my grind. I had got to a really low weight. I was so proud of myself. As soon as I put that Zoloft in my system, I would say after the first like month, the weight started to pack on and pack on and pack on and pack on. And getting it off is a bitch. You have a good night too, Paul. Well, if y'all say my gap is fine, I guess I'll keep it. But I do feel like I'd look better with some chiclet smiles. But I got to look on Instagram, like everybody has their teeth all nice and pearly white. I gotta stop. You know what my problem is, and you're probably gonna sit there and go, "Amen, Tyler, amen." My problem is I gotta that I sit there and look at what I don't have, but I need to look at what I do have and be grateful for it. You know, you know how I know that okay, here's the funny part. When I was on Zoloft, I would just gain weight nonstop. It would not stop. No matter what I did, it would not stop, right? As soon as I stopped taking it and it got out of my system, the weight stopped gaining. I stopped gaining. Like and I couldn't lose, but I wasn't gaining no more. I'm like, these things, I'm telling you, I don't think mine is from a thyroid problem. My weight gain didn't start until Zoloft. And look at Zoloft reviews. The number one reviews if you go to what is that website? Shit. I forgot the name of it, but it's a website where they review people that take medications review it. Number one complaint about Zoloft is the weight gain. Oh, I love the way it makes me feel, but the weight gain sucks. Oh, I guess I'll have to deal with the weight gain because I love the mental effects. Like number one complaint about Zoloft. If you go look up the reviews to sertraline, aka Zoloft, or Zoloft, aka sertraline. Go look up the reviews for it. Number one complaint. Oh, it works great, but the weight gain sucks. Or I put my daughter on it 3 months ago. She went from this weight to that weight. I saw one like basically okay had to change their whole wardrobe. Literally, I'm telling you, it's the culprit for my weight gain. It was the culprit, I should say. So any meds for anxiety doesn't. Well, they say I heard that Wellbutrin doesn't, but I wouldn't try any of them. Not saying you shouldn't. I'm just saying I wouldn't try any more of them because I'm telling you, it took a toll on my body. That shit was like I couldn't believe. I couldn't believe the weight it was putting on. And here's the funny part: I didn't change anything about my eating at all. I mean, it just kept packing it on. I know I envy that about celebrities too, as their personal chefs and stuff. I know. So I can see if I had just started gaining weight suddenly without no medications in my system, then I would think thyroid. But it all stems to when I started taking Zoloft and that shit started packing on like crazy. I was even still doing cardio at the time that I started taking it, and I was still gaining it. I'm like, wait, I'm sitting here doing 3 miles of cardio a day, or not a day, but like, 4 or 5 times a week, and I'm still gaining weight, and I haven't changed my eating habit at all. It's the Zoloft. So just be aware. I'm not trying to scare nobody. Always take care of your mental health, and it may help you it helped me mentally, but the weight gain sucks. I mean, it's rapid weight gain. It's not just like a gradual weight gain. It's instant. The second it starts getting into your bloodstream and your system, the Zoloft, literally the scale will start. Like somebody said they lost weight on it. I didn't. It was the opposite for me. Like I started gaining like crazy. I'm gonna let y'all go because y'all seem very inactive, and so am I. I'm kind of so. Well, my blood pressure is fine. I checked my blood pressure. My blood pressure is fine. The reason why she put me on a blood pressure thing is because my anxiety was making it go sky high. But like when I check my blood pressure now, it's normal. It's in a normal range. But I'm telling you, when I was having panic attacks, it had my blood pressure so high. I mean, there was one time when I was at the doctor, and she said, "You're sure you're fine? You're at like stroke level." And I said, "I'm fine. I feel fine." I said, "It's the anxiety." I was like having a full-fledged panic attack, right? Full-fledged. But then I would get home and check I'll never forget one time I was at stroke level in the doctor because of my anxiety. I have white lab coat syndrome, right? I got home and checked it. It was fine. Because I have like one of them digital blood pressure monitors. And it was fine. There was no hypertension, nothing. But whenever I go to the dentist always, let me tell you, my dentist had to get a sign off from my doctor that I have white lab coat syndrome. because I'd go into the dentist office to get procedures, and they would check my blood pressure beforehand, right? And they go, "Sir, are you all right? Because your blood pressure is like extremely high." I said, "No, because it's my anxiety." They said, "Do you have a doctor?" I said, "Yes." And so my doctor had to sign off for them to do procedures because they were concerned that he said stroke level, swear on everything. And I would get home, check my blood pressure because once I get home, I'm in my zone. I'm not worried about nothing, and my blood pressure was totally normal. Anytime I go to the dentist, doctor, it's off the charts. So it's even got to a point where they don't even check my blood pressure no more at the dentist. They know it's going to be high. And they had to have, literally, they said, "Can we have your doctor's contact? We need to contact her." Because I was telling them, like, okay, with her, she knows about my symptoms with this, white lab coat and everything, right? And she had to literally let them know, like, look, it's a medical, or it's a, what do you call it? It's a clinical thing. When it gets around clinics or, doctors, whatever, it goes sky high. And they said, "Do you check it at home?" I'm like, "Yes." I said, "It's normal at home. I'm not at a hypertension level at home." So it only happens because I've had doctors and dentists think, "Are you okay?" Like it happened at the doctor. They thought I was about to have a stroke because of what the reading was on the blood pressure machine. Am I the only one that does that? Yes, I'm gonna get this weight off if it kills me. I don't care. I don't care. You know, I don't care. No, I don't have vertigo spells. No, not at all. Oh, by the way, my panic attack stop? I haven't had a panic attack in almost like 2 years. Not no, take that back. I had a little mini one. That was like a long wait. That was like before I even moved into this house. So technically I'll just say 2 years because I haven't had a monster one. I remember I was having like panic attacks like crazy. I'm 2 years panic attack, almost 2 years panic attack free. This not including that little mini one I had, like it was like a mini one. It lasted like a second and it was done. But I'm talking about no panic attacks. I'm panic attack free. It went away on its own because I was starting to get worried. I'm like, what if I have to get institutionalized? Because I can't go nowhere without a panic attack. I was getting to where I was scared to get my car and drive down the road, running normal errands. I was terrified. Now I get in that car, I drive all over Las Vegas and with no problem. So, I mean, panic attacks controlled my life at one point. I mean, I couldn't get in my car and go nowhere. I was able to get on a plane again. That was like a big victory. Remember that first class flight I took? That was a big victory for me because I was like, ain't no way I'm able to drive up. I was upset. I was like, I'm never able to get on a plane again. I ain't gonna never able to like drive down the road too far anymore because I'm gonna freak out. Now I can go anywhere now. I kicked those panic attacks ass. I don't know my blood type. I have no idea. What I've learned is with panic attacks, first of all, Zoloft took away. If you okay, this is gonna get tricky. I just sat there and talked about it. Let me tell you the one thing that got rid of them immediately. Zoloft. I was very skeptical about Zoloft and panic attacks, right? I'm like, how's a pill gonna stop these monster attacks? How? I started taking that shit within a week. They stopped. Zoloft is good. Now it's horrible for weight gain, or it's horrible for your weight management. But let me tell you, Zoloft took them bitches away like that. I'm talking about monster attacks, like ones where you're sitting there, your normal 1 minute, and next thing you know, you just start freaking out for no reason. You think you're dying. Like I was having a monster ones. I'm talking about on a scale from 1 to 10, they were like 11, 12, 13, right? Zoloft took them bitches away instantly. And I couldn't believe them. Like, these motherfuckers actually work. I mean, it just took them away. Like, it gave me my life back. And so one of my biggest concerns was getting off of it and going, what if they come back if I get off of it? But I don't want this weight gain no more. So I had to just kind of like just risk it and just get off of it. And I've been fine. I've been fine. Um, but how you get rid of panic attacks? Zoloft. But then if you want to take, I don't know how to get rid of them. Really, this is my advice to anybody having panic attacks. You'll have them, but eventually your brain's gonna like have a switch where you stop having them. Because look at me. I was having monster attacks on a scale from 1 to 10, 10 being the highest or the most monstrous ones. I had 13s and 14 panic attacks. And what I've learned is they just go away naturally. Once you stop giving them any energy, once you stop fearing them, because what was keeping me in the panic attack cycle was fearing them. it got to a point where I wasn't having them and I was fearing having one. Where I was like, well, if I go to Walmart or if I try to get my car, will I have one? Will I have one? Once you get rid of that fear of will I have one, you just stop thinking about it. So really, what my advice to I know it's easier said than done. My advice is stop worrying about having them, and then they'll eventually go away. Because I felt like, to me, in my experience, it's like the worry about having one was starting to like really envelop me. I'd be fine, I'd be feeling fine, I'd be feeling normal, but the worry about having one would envelop my whole entire energy, right? I'm like, damn, what if I have one? I'm scared if I might have one. What if I get a barber appointment, will I have one? Oh, what if I go here, will I have one? It was more really, I felt that the panic attack was becoming less and less. It was more the worry about having one that was like consuming me. And so once I got rid of that worry about having one, they stopped. So that's my advice is stop worrying about having one and eventually the panic attacks will go away. Stop giving them energy. Just go about your normal daily life and eventually it'll phase away. I guarantee you it will. So I'm telling you, it's the worry about having one that used to bother me. So and people that have never had panic attacks, you are so lucky. They are like a nightmare. They are a nightmare. I wouldn't wish that on my worst fucking enemy. Those things are horrible. Yeah, being single is the best. I'll always be single. I know I will. I, those people say never. I know I will be single the rest of my life. I know. I already envision myself. Not even envision. I've already gotten little tidbits about my own future before. Like I don't really pick up stuff about myself that often. Sometimes I will, and it ends up playing out. Very rarely. Mostly I can read for others, not necessarily myself. I've gotten tidbits about me growing old, like being a lonely old man. Like, and it feels like I'm like living alone. That's what honestly, I've gotten tidbits about it. It could just be maybe my mind making it up, but I've gotten tidbits about like little flashes about my own future. Like, I already know what it's like. I'm old, if I even live to be that long, that is, but I've already envisioned it, or not even envisioned it. I feel like I've gotten tidbits about it. Like, I'll be one of those, like, unmarried, lonely old men. So, I don't even know the difference between them. I just know the panic attacks is the worst. Anxiety is where you're just like, you're uneasy about something. Like it doesn't feel like it's that extreme. Panic attacks when you're panicking. Like you're like a fight or flight type energy. Like, oh, good. Oh, God. What am I going to do? But anxiety is like where it's just like you can't get rid of that uneasiness. But it's not like you're like sitting there over the edge, like feeling like you're about to die. I mean, you may do it. I don't know. It's hard to explain. So I hope that I'm rich when I'm older. I want to be one of them rich bitches. So I think I'll take an anxiety attack over a panic attack. Panic attacks when you're over the edge. You feel like you're in like a fight or flight type energy. Like you don't know what to do. You feel like worst ones to have are the ones when you're driving. I've had ones while I was driving. Let me tell you, there's nothing more worse than a panic attack than a panic attack while you're driving. That's the worst one. So oh, I just feel like a piece of shit today. I'm tired of it. They really just today. I feel like this all the time. Like not all the time, but I have my moments where I just feel so like gloomy. I don't know where it comes from, and I'm not depressed. I wouldn't even call this depression because I'm still, believe me, I still got a good appetite. But some people that are depressed, some eat too much, some don't eat. But like me, I still have the same appetite, even though I'm not eating like I used to. I still have the same appetite, and I don't feel depressed. Like I don't have depression. Mine, I just feel like I have anxiety, but not like anxiety attacks, but just general like anxiety is what I have. You know, I can't get no satisfaction, baby. All I wanna do is be anxiety free. That's all I want is anxiety free life. That's all I desire. At least during anxiety attacks, I can talk myself through it. True. Panic attacks, those things are on those things are they're extra. They're way too extra. Really sweet aspirations? That's wow, really. I'm very afraid of the future. I'm afraid of what the future holds. I really am. So, yeah, I got social hell my whole life is a big case of social anxiety. I hate talking to people. I hate talking. I hate talking to people. Hate it. See, online it's no problem. I don't mind talking online. It's when I'm in person. I can't stand. You know how many times people have told me, Tyler, you're so much different in person. Where's that Tyler from online? You know how many times I've been told that? Not really told. Well, they'll tell me, but most of them imply it like, oh, you're so different online. Like, well, fuck you too, bitch. That's what I want to say. There was one person that I used to be close to, and when she said that, I'm like, I don't even want to talk to her no more after she said that. She basically implied I'm boring in person. I was like really irritated by that. And to this day, I don't have the same like relationship with her like I had before. So, so lagged. It's lagging. Oh, you're talking too lagged. I'm like, oh shoot, I was so confused. I hate talking. I'm telling you, ever since Tyler's Tarot started, I've become even more of a social um, withdrawn person because I don't really encounter humans all the time. I often think sometimes that's what triggered my panic attacks is because I got so used to being alone all the time, and when I like started going out more, it's like I was around people all of a sudden. I'm like, oh my god, what am I supposed to do? I ain't used to being around bitches no more. So yeah, Tyler in person is very different from Tyler Tarot. Tyler in person is more like shy. If you encounter me in the wild and you didn't say a word to me, I wouldn't say a word to you. Like, I ain't the small talk type. I ain't that type of. I wish like my mama's like that, where she can go and talk to anybody, like strangers, everything. Right? I'm not. Like, if you saw me in person, you just sat next to me, like, damn, he's so different. He don't talk. He's quiet. Like Tyler Tarot is real, but it's like a more blown up version. It's like more me blown out of proportion. Whereas Tyler is just like very laid back, just wants to watch movies and have his stomach filled with French fries. That's all. Tyler's Tarot is more about extreme and making you laugh, and that's me. That's not an alter ego. That's me. But it's like what I do is real. The tarot is real, but I would say my personality behind that, behind the tarot persona, is more blown out of proportion. Is the way I see. Can I be funny in real life? Yes. But I always say when that camera turns on, Tyler Tarot. There's welcome to the stage, Tyler Tarot. When the camera's on, right? You might as well say welcome to the stage, Tyler Tarot. Like that's when that camera turns on. Because I had somebody tell me one time. I've had a few people remark this. They always go, "Well, you want to be on TV? If you're that like shy and afraid to be around people, how are you going to be able to be around a camera crew and stuff or be on a TV?" Like I said, this is my answer to that. This was my answer to them. When that camera turns on, Tyler's Tarot turns on. When that camera's off, I go back to Tyler. So, so because I had a woman one time that walked up to me in Texas at the Texas Frightmare convention, right? And she said, Tyler, I was so upset to meet you because you were so different. She said, you act like you didn't even want to talk to me. You were so shy. I said, that's me. That's Tyler. You didn't run into Tyler Tarot at the Texas Frightmare meetup. You ran into Tyler. And I wish people would get that through their thick skull. Like I get so, I've actually had that said to me a few times. There was one time in California, somebody said that to me too, over in Berkeley, California. Like you didn't run into Tyler, you ran into, you didn't run into Tyler Tarot, you ran into Tyler. And I know it may sound crazy to you the way I'm explaining it, but this is really the only way I can get it across to you that you're not running into Tyler's Tarot out in the wild. You're running into Tyler. So, but when that camera's on, that's Tyler's Tarot. When that camera turns on, so you can call me crazy, you can call me stupid, and what you want to call me. So, like I'm gonna say it again. When you see me out in public, you're running into Tyler, not Tyler Tarot. On here, when you come and greet me on here, this is Tyler Tarot. So, you see, Sweet Inspirations gets it. See, so she literally ran into me at Texas Frightmare. She said, "Tyler, you remember me? I was the one where me and my husband ran into you." I was like, "Oh yeah." She said, "Well, she said I was so disappointed because she said you were so shy. You acted like you just like didn't want to talk to me." And I was very nice to the lady. I was like, "Nice to meet you. Hey," and I guess she wanted me to sit around and talk. Like, I'm very shy, and I told her, I said, "I'm just a shy person. I always say I'm shy. I don't know why people get shocked by it, right?" And she said, "I was so disappointed by that." And I was kind of upset by that too. I'm like, well, but I can't really control people's expectations of what they want me to be in person. I can't control that. What do you want me to do? Walk up to you in person, go, "Hey, whore, bitch, slut, your husband sucks, you suck, you probably suck his dick, and he sucks your dick too." All right. Like, what do you want me to do? Say that? If I walk up to you like that, then what? That's going to be a bad thing too. They're going to go. They're going to get online and say, "Tyler said my husband sucks my dick," and I don't even have one. That's the thing. I can see that now. Or damn, I ran into Tyler. He called me all kinds of whores and bitches. See, I can't. So what do you want me to do? I can't just walk up to people out in the wild and go, or when they come up to me and they go, "Tyler, oh my God," I go, "Hey, bitch, how you doing? How you doing, bitch? Look at that wig on the top of your head. You're bald as fuck." You see what I'm saying? I can't go around doing that. Well, damn. Hey, forum, I'm writing on here to tell you I ran into Tyler today. He called me a fat whore, told me my mama was a whore, all this stuff. That's gonna look bad on me too. So, damn, it's like damn if I do, damn if I don't. I'm too shy, and you start bitching, and then if I start calling you all kinds of bitches, then I'm definitely a bad person. So I'm still a bad person. So there's no happy medium. So, like I said, to kind of end this particular part of the conversation, when you run out to me out in the wild, you ran into Tyler. That's not Tyler Tarot. Don't be thinking there's going to be a theatrical performance put on. So, that's not Tyler Tarot you're running into. Is the tarot real? Yes. Is the tarot readings I'm doing real? Yes. But when I'm Tyler's Tarot, I'm more of a blown out of proportion version of myself. Like, you see what I'm saying? So, get that through your thick skull. Not just saying y'all, I'm just saying the people that may run into me. Get it through your thick skull. So, yeah, it's like they think. Like that one time over at the meetup in Berkeley, it was in Berkeley, California. And we were reading everybody that day. Me and Kelly decided instead of doing a show, we was going to read everybody individually. Everybody that day got a personal reading. So after this show, this woman says, or not really, well, actually, it was after the show. She said, "Tyler, where's that Tyler we're used to online?" And I remember thinking, I can't remember what I said to her, but I remember thinking, like, I was like, okay, what do you want me to do? You want me to start cussing people out that are being, everybody that day, all like 15, 16 people that showed up that day at the Northern California, I think it's north, well, it's not really north, well, kind of. Like, if everybody's showing up and everybody's complying and nice, what am I going to do? Hey, bitch, you ready for your read, whore? That makes no sense. So why don't you? I should have popped off on her dumb ass. That's what I should have did. But she didn't really say it in a rude way. But it was just like, okay, why are you saying? Who am I going to go off on? Everybody that showed up to Berkeley that time was calm, cool, collected. Everybody was nice, friendly, everything. So, the hell you want me to do? Now try me. You don't think I won't make a scene in public? Ask my mama. She seen me make plenty. There's been times I can't go nowhere with you. Like that time in Tennessee, that woman and that man was mad because my mom almost ran them over on a one of them Walmart like golf cart, not golf cart, one of them electric cart things, right? The lady said, "Well, damn, she almost ran us over." I said, "Bitch, are you fucking talking to like that?" Because she kind of said something snarky to my mama. I said, "You don't talk to my motherfucking mama like that, bitch." And literally, so the husband tries to chime in and he goes, "Hey," I said, "Don't hey me." I said, "She just addressed my mother like that. Fuck that. It's like that." And after that, I got mad at mom. I'm like, "So you got me getting in arguments and stuff." I said, "You had two against one, and you sitting here just sitting there like that." I was so mad at mama. I was so mad at her, right? And she said, "I can't go nowhere with you." Cause like I've always made scenes. If you want to, bitch, if you want to fight, let's go. And you know what? I ain't the best fighter. And you know, one of us is gonna walk away with a whooped ass. One of us gonna walk away with a whooped ass. I'm just saying. I'm not saying I'm gonna hit women and stuff like that. I'm just saying. You. My thing is, try me if you want to. If you want to say something smart, try me. And don't think because we're in public that I'm gonna be like, oh, shut up, and sit down and go get in your car and drive away. I'm tired of no, bitch. I'm gonna yell to the top of my lungs. I'm gonna make sure you know what time it is. If you don't believe me, ask my family. I will go off. I've gone off in restaurants. I've gone off. Just try me. So like, just try me. But the me that's calm is not going to be sitting there being boisterous to you in person. I'm not going to be boisterous and calling you whores and bitches and stuff like that. That's just not how I roll. That's a Tyler Tarot thing. When I'm not on Tyler's Tarot, I leave Tyler's Tarot on Tyler's Tarot. Tyler is who I am outside of Tyler's Tarot. So that just irks me. So that's why, that's another reason why I don't like meet people in person, like meetups and stuff. They go, Tyler, where's that? No, where's nothing? Oh, no. Somebody said it in New York to a guy. He sits down next to me and he goes, Tyler, why are you so shy? Why are you, wait, I forgot what exactly. He wasn't like rude, but it bothers me when they bring it up. Shut your fucking mouth. It was this guy, this nerdy fucking guy that showed up to my meetup, right? Tons of people showed up in New York, tons, like 65. I think K Moon, the woman that organized, I think like 65. I think she told me like she counted or something. She kept a head count or something. Like 65 people showed up, right? I was so shocked that many people showed up in New York, right? And he sits down next to me and he goes, because I'm greeting everybody personally. So my battery was running. My battery was running low. My emotional battery, my mental battery. And he comes up and he goes, "Well, he said you're so much different." And I forgot how he said it, but I just didn't like the way he said it. And I'm thinking, and, I'm not gonna call. These people are coming here to support me, so I'm not just gonna go off. But it's like, shut the fuck up and just say hi, go to hell, and see you later. Shut your fucking mouth. Well, the next person that says that to me at a meetup, I'm gonna say, will you shut the fuck up? Look, give me I ain't gonna charge for the event, but if it's one of them events where I charge a ticket, look, bitch, I'll give you your ticket price back. Shut up and get out of my motherfucking event, ho. The next bitch that points it out, I'm gonna let y'all know ahead of time. You got a damn verbal ass whooping coming. Point it out again, and my shyness, or Tyler, you're not Tyler's Tarot Online, bitch, point it out to me again, and you're going to get your ass cussed out. That's all I got to say. The next person that points that out to me is getting cussed out. You got to I'm not going to say ass whooping, a verbal ass whooping coming to you. Where's the Tyler at? Where's Tyler? Bitch, shut up. Shut the fuck up. That's what I'm saying. So that makes no sense. Do you honestly think these YouTubers that you're watching do you think that these YouTubers you watch are gonna be the same thing in person? No. When those cameras turn on, they're a whole nother person. I'll never forget meeting Adam the Woo, because we did a video together, right? And Adam the Woo, like, he's so talkative in the videos, but when I met him in person, I'm like, God, he's very shy. I couldn't believe how shy Adam the Woo was, right? Not shy, sorry, he wasn't shy. No, he was no, what it was, he was quiet. And I'm like, he's so talkative in the videos. Believe me, I've met YouTubers like that I watch in person, and they're nothing like what you think. It's not that they're being fake, it's just that everybody has a face they put on for work. Do you think the way you talk at home to your kids, to your wife, your husband is the same way you're going to talk to your boss? No. Are you going to be like, you may be at home going, bitch, or Put your fucking shoes away, bitch. Wake up for school on fucking time next time. If I have to get up next time and take you to school, I'm gonna bust your fucking ass. Do you think you're gonna take that to your work and talk to a customer like that? No, you're not. You have to put on a professional face because you're gonna get fired if you do. Bring that to work, right? So you can't just be going and you can't be talking the way you would talk at home to people at work or customers, right? You can't. Everybody puts on a face when they go to work. And my work is YouTube. So it's not that I'm putting on a face. That is me. But it's like I'm not going to be that heightened version of myself on YouTube in person. And who am I to give you a performance for anyway? That's entitlement if you think about it. Why do you think you deserve a personal performance? So you honestly think, and this has been pointed out to me many a times, they're entitled is what they are. The ones that say that to me in person, entitled. You think that you're that entitled to where if you see me in person, what am I supposed to do? Hi, Ashley. Hello, it's Dallas Tarot. And I'm not going to be doing that. I don't know why I'm having a rant about this. You see what I'm saying? Quintina, have a good one. Bye, Quintina. It's called bipolar schizophrenic from earlier use of Adderall. What the hell are you talking about? It looks like you done laid up on the Adderall. Looks like you done put up on it. Did you pop you one? Because you sure are acting extra paranoid. Thank you, Lavinia. I was about to do that myself, but thank you. You beat me to it. Thank you. Get on my fucking nerves. Trying to get attention. Quatina, I'm looking at your picture. Where's your forehead at? Just saying. All right. A lot of blank space there. Hell. A lot of real estate there. You should, hell. Just saying, how many acres is that, you fucking idiot? All that forehead space. I can't stand fucking idiots. I can't stand idiots. So I can't stand idiots. All right. Irma, don't even try that. Let's see, is that why you're more Tyler Terrell on OnlyFans and a bit watered down on YouTube? What do you mean watered down? I can't be extreme on YouTube. Because if I get too extreme, they're going to block me or they're going to demonetize me. You probably didn't mean nothing by that, but that's watered down. I got to go because y'all being too dramatic tonight. They say the freaks come out at night. Not saying all of y'all, but some of y'all just do too much. Y'all really try to get attention by saying stupid. And if you're going to make insults, actually make your insults funny. Tyler's fat. Let's see if he responds. If I type Tyler's fat, will he respond? Let's see if he can give me attention. I tried to be nice to him before. He won't give me attention to the nice comments. Let me say he's fat. See if he says anything. Bitch, be more creative with your comments, your insults. Let me say his reading doesn't. Let me say his reading doesn't resonate. See if he'll say anything to me. Tyler, don't resonate, Tyler. Let me type it. It don't resonate, Tyler. Let me see if you give me attention. You fucking idiot. Sexy is not a word. Not a word that describes me. There was this woman at the funeral I went to. That funeral I went to in Alabama. And she walks up to me and she goes, "You're so handsome." And that made me feel good. And I said, "I never get told that. Thank you so much." Like, online I get told it, but in person, she just walked up, this blonde lady, right? And she goes, "Ooh, look at you. You're so handsome." I'm like, "Yeah, right." I don't believe the comments that people, or the compliments. I always believe the insults, but I never believe the compliments. Well, y'all, I'm gonna let y'all go. There's a school of fish that are trying to swim my way. Look at this. Look how 4K that damn projector is. I mean, that's pretty sharp. It don't look as sharp on the camera, but it's sharp as hell in person. Do you know I had a guest in my house have the audacity to say, "Your theater's all right. It ain't all that." I ain't gonna go into details, but I'm just saying, had the audacity to say, "Well, it ain't that great," or "It's not." Yeah. And you know what? That's what I should have said, Lavinia. Do you have a theater in your house? No. That's what I should have said. I did have some choice words for that person, but I feel like that pop back you just said is what I should have said. Jealousy. Jealous. Swear on everything that happened. I don't keep in contact with that person anymore, but I'm just saying it happened. Just saying, well, it ain't all that. I don't even know where it prompted from. I don't know what prompted the person to say that. Literally, jealousy. So, jealous. I don't know why I'm being so dramatic tonight. But yeah, kind of hurt my feelings, you know? Like, I'm not, like, it's not decorated enough, or like, I'm like, but this ain't no amateur theater. This is like a really legit theater, not legit like what you get from the movie theaters, but you get surround sound. And I'm like, I can't believe they said that, and that really ruined it for me. So I won't go into detail because I don't want to give this person the glory of talking about them, and they'll know it because they watch this. So I gotta go. All right. Yeah, swear on everything. It ain't all that. It's all right, but it ain't all that. Jealousy, and you live with roommates. So if you're what you live with roommates, you got three other roommates. There ain't no theater in that house. Good thing, living here. You gonna sit here and critique my room? You gonna sit there and critique my theater room when you live with three other people? Your room's your literal room is the size of my bathroom. My bathroom is bigger than your room, and you trying to talk about my theater that costs 25,000 to update, that was paid in full, not on credit, 25,000 cash or check. So so I'm saying, so if you're watching, and I know you do, get out your roommate's house and get you a place, and see if you'll have a theater in your home. Just saying. That bothered me, and I never talked about it to y'all. And I remember being kind of stunned that that was even said. Like it was no context behind it. There was no reason for it. So jealous. Be honest with me. Y'all think my theater is kind of like lame? Be honest. Be real honest with me. Like I know the decoration. It's kind of messy right now. I have everything laying around. I got to clean this house up. But I'm like, maybe people are not telling me the truth that it is ugly, or it's like not as it. To me, it's like maybe I have a case of it's only a face only a mother could love. You ever heard that saying, a face only a mother could love? Maybe because it's my love, is that I have a bias for it. So I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Because sometimes I think Mama thinks I'm delusional. Because one time I said on the phone, I was telling my sister, I said, I can't wait till you get to like use my theater because she'll be here in June. And I said it's really realistic. It's like a legit theater. And Mama, I felt like Mama was going, yeah, right. I even asked her after that. I said, did you think I was being like delusional by saying it's realistic? And she said, no, I don't think that. She said, I don't know why you think I would think that. I was like, I know. I feel like you had something you wanted to say, like it wouldn't like a legit, you know. I understand it's not a legit that it's like a legit theater, but for a home theater, it's pretty fucking good. So, you know, and I see other theaters in other people's homes, like not like on Zillow and stuff, and I go, well, my theater actually is voice activated. I'll never forget when the barber saw it. I'll never forget the barber said, "You actually have a theater in your home." He said, "I thought that you was just pulling my." Literally, he comes. He said, "Can I look at it?" I said, "Yeah." And then he didn't understand how it worked. So I said, "Alexa, turn theater on." So the theater came down from the ceiling, right, and everything started to turn on the surround sound. And he said, "That's some James Bond shit." He said, "You can control it by the voice." I said, "Yes." He said, "Does it go up by itself?" I said, "Yes." I said, "Alexa, turn theater off." And he was amazed. So maybe I don't know. Why do I care about this stuff? I don't know why I've become, yo, and why do y'all sit and watch me and enable me to act this fucking crazy? Why do y'all enable this behavior? You know what? Let's see, one second. Oh, I don't think I have it down here anyway. Never mind. That really pissed me off. Like when and I know they watch. Like I said, get out of your roommate's house and get you a motherfucking place of your own, bitch. Just saying, because my motherfucking bathroom is bigger than your room that you rent. Y'all all living over there like bunched up, like y'all like four people to a house, and you talk about my house with a theater in it, but you over there living with three other people. Y'all all living like the motherfucking Golden Girls or something. Get out of that Golden Girls lifestyle and get some business about yourself before you talk about what's going on with me. You know what I'm saying? You over there living like Dorothy Blanche and Rose and all them hoes, right? But your room is the size. Literally, my bathroom's the size of your room. So I'm saying, and you over there with like the Golden Girls, living four people to a house. So I'm saying, and then you gonna have the nerve to talk about, oh, it's all right. It ain't all that. To me, that seems stem from jealousy. Am I crazy in thinking that? Y'all said it first, and then I just followed in suit because I was like, let me see what they think. That seemed like it came from jealousy. But then I got to thinking, well, what if it is ugly and people are just not telling me that it's ugly? You know? Uh, but then I go, well, why say that? There was no reason to say that. Like I didn't ask for the opinion of that. I didn't ask for your opinion. It just came out of nowhere. When I say to you, no exaggeration, there was no context behind it, beside it, in front of it, nothing. It just came out of nowhere, and I was like very shocked. I was kind of thrown off. You know, and you over there living like the Golden Girls with four people inside of a damn ranch style 1,500 square foot home, and you talking about me. Oh, believe me, I'm not. No, I don't. No, that person no longer comes over. Period. And the reason I'm addressing it is I know they watch this channel. They're subscribed to this channel. So I hope you fucking see this. And let me know how that Golden Girls lifestyle is, all right? Because I don't know about that because I have my own shit. I ain't over there sharing with three other people. So that's the way I put it. Out of nowhere, I was like, I was so thrown off by that. I'm like, what? Like I didn't even say that. A lot of times I don't realize. Sometimes I get so caught up in what people say. I'm like, what? You know. But anyways, but I had some choice words for the person. It's just that I wish I would have had that clap back. Lavinia says, like, do you have a theater in your house? I think not. Okay, let me stop talking about this because I'm gonna get really pissed off. So let me shut the fuck up. Let me shut the fuck up. Stupid fucking bitches. Not y'all talking about like this disgusting. Disgusting to me. Because I always like when people had nicer things to me, I can't think back to a time where I was ever jealous of someone. And if anything, it inspired me. I never like when my friends would have nice things. I would never sit there and go, well, nice Mercedes, but you could have at least got the one that was the luxury series. You got the basic. I would never say something like that. Or nice MacBook Air, but you could have at least got the MacBook Pro. Like, are you cheap or something? Like, I would never say. Like, I look back at like the friends I had. I never like would say something like that to somebody. I would never like. You did good. You got that yourself. You did all. But I would never say something like that. Even if I was thinking it, I wouldn't say it. Right? It's like people trying to bring you down. Right? They're jealous. You know what I'm saying? So I can't think about any time where I like looked at some like when my friends would show up in a new ride, or if they their parents would help them get a car. I've had many like friends like that where their parents helped them get stuff right, and I never remember looking back and going, I never like I'm like, oh nice, congrats, nice, oh I love it. Like I never would go, well they could have at least got you this, or why did they get you that? They could have just paid a few thousand more and got something better. I would never say something like that. I don't understand. I don't even think I understand envy and jealousy because I remember, like, I look back now because I was poor as hell, right? And people had way more than I did, and I never like looked at it like, oh, I wish I had that. Like, if anything, it inspired me. And so when people do that to me, when I have more than them, I don't get it. I don't understand where they're coming from. I'm like, why not be happy for somebody else? And I'm being dead serious to you right now. Like, I don't ever remember, obviously sometimes we go, damn, I wish I had what they had. But it wasn't coming from hate. I wasn't sitting there going, well, that's nice, but they could have at least got that, or critiquing it. You see what I'm saying? So, all right, y'all. With that being said, you all have a good one, and I will talk to you all later. I had a good chat. This is a long, needless chat. I talk about stuff that really doesn't make any sense, but oh well. With that being said, you all have a good one, and I'll talk to you later. Bye, y'all.